What's up, you guys? Jonathan here, and I'm coming to you from my bedroom. And as you can see to my right, it's probably to your left watching the video, I have my bookshelf. And the reason I'm doing this video is because I was lying down and I was relaxing. I took a walk earlier today. But man, this quarantine thing is no joke, and I feel like it's only going to be getting worse over the next couple of days. So I was like, man, I need to be doing something productive. And I've been noticing a lot of book clubs. I've been noticing a lot of people sharing books that they have gained a lot from in their life. And I said, hey, I want to jump in on the action, and I would love to do some productive activities like sharing with you my bookshelf. This is not all the books that I own, but this is some of my favorites. Haven't actually read all of these yet either. But what I'm going to do today, and I'm going to just preface this with anybody who is a follower of the Heart Healthy Hustle podcast, thank you so much for listening to the show. It means a lot. Anybody who doesn't get it, no problem. You're just following this account because we're friends or we know each other, whatever the case may be. Appreciate you and love to all. I wanted to jump into this video by prefacing it with the fact that I'm doing this because I saw Bigger Pockets. His name's Brandon, and I think his Instagram is Beardy Brandon, but many of you know who he is, and shout out to you, Brandon. Thank you for the inspiration to do this. He's doing a 30-day video per day on books that he likes or have changed his life or have helped him out. So I said, hey, I've read some amazing books over the last few years, and I credit books to a large part of my personal development. So I wanted to share that with you guys as we're all cooped up. I figured, hey, if you're reading any books, go ahead and share them in the comments down below. Today I'm going to keep these videos typically within a minute to 5 minutes in length. Today's video, I'm going to share with you a book that I started my personal development kind of growth, and I want to first share a story with you guys. So I'm coming out of, when was it that I found this book? I was coming out of college and I was broke. I was really insecure. I was not going into the field that I thought I was going to school for. And that's a story for a lot of people. But I remember during that time that I was super driven. I was absolutely certain that I was going to prove myself and make my mark and do something of importance with my life. And I still believe that to this day. What was interesting in that time was how I was so sure of that, and yet I didn't quite understand what would be required of me to start moving in that direction even. And a lot of that has to do with conditioning and social things, but a lot of it had to do with my own pride and indifference to growing. And what I realized was when I started first understanding the concept of mentorship and personal development and all those things leading to worldly success, for one thing, one of the ways to achieve success is to model mentors. And one of the things mentors will do to kind of help, what I'm trying to say is, by being willing to learn and grow, I asked people and took advice from people and took action on the advice that I was given. And a lot of that advice was books. One of those books, the first that really set it off for me, that I've since re-listened to 2, maybe even 3 times all the way through in audiobook form, was this book right here by none other than John C. Maxwell. So John Maxwell is an absolute boss, and he is like the king of leadership development. And John wrote this book called The 15 Invaluable Laws of Growth. And when I read this book, actually listened to it on CD form, because you can see his old picture there. It's pretty funny. This is like back when you get discounts, I guess. It's not even a sticker. It just says value priced at $15. I guess that helped them sell more. I don't know. It doesn't need help. This book was incredible. Highly recommend this to any of you out there who are really looking for a huge kick in the pants. So I figured I would start out big, go big or go home. So I wanted to start out by sharing why this book impacted me so much. There's 15 laws of the 15 invaluable laws of growth. And in this book, John Maxwell talks about the law of the mirror, the law of awareness, the law of modeling, the law of the rubber band. So growth stops when you lose the tension between where you are and where you could be. I also like that one because I think in that law he talks about once you stretch to a certain capacity of understanding and what you believe is possible, you can never like retract or go back to believing smaller than what you've seen is possible, right? And the law of contribution, developing yourself, enables you to develop others, right? So in hopes of encouraging people watching this, I wanted to share some books with you guys, but this is today's book. This is the 15 Invaluable Laws of Growth. It's actually read by the author, and if you've ever heard John Maxwell talk, his voice is really soothing and relaxing. So hope you can appreciate this video. My bookshelf doesn't always look this nice, neat, and clean. Hope you like my hourglass here, and I've got a cool little globe right here for decoration. And yeah, so I've got some books that I'm going to be sharing over the next 30 days. Hopefully this quarantine only lasts another week, if that. But hey, let's try to make the most of it, right? For me, I actually realized that meme where I don't know if it's a Muppet or whatever, but if you've seen it, it's pretty funny if you're introverted, because it says, it's like something to the effect of, when you realize your normal day-to-day life is called quarantine. So I found that pretty funny, because I'm not home this much, because though this is what I'm getting to, it's becoming quite a I almost feel like I'm getting a headache from being inside so much. And even though I'm going out for walks, I'm trying to do what I can, go out, also staying in. So again, the 15 Invaluable Laws of Growth, this is like 7+ hours of 7.5 hours of listening on CDs. But if you consider that you take 5-minute breaks where you're trying to kill time, or you have dead time, then you can add up those 5-minute periods in a day. Maybe it equals 20 minutes. What's 20 minutes times 2 per day? That's 40 minutes. And then 40 minutes a day for a week is how many hours, and then times that by the year, and you've basically gained hundreds, if not over 100 hours worth of development time and reading, where you can be learning and growing. Or even if it's a fiction book that you're just enjoying the ride of a novel, right? Whatever it is, I would encourage you to jump into that for your downtime. Instead of scrolling, just go ahead and start reading. Go ahead and share down below if you have any comments or suggestions on books that you would recommend I read, or anyone else watches this video. And if you are reading anything right now that you recommend reading, tomorrow we're going to get into another book and why I love it. If you have any questions about this book, go ahead and DM me. I'd be happy to start up a chat. We can jump on Instagram Live, whatever you want to do. Would love to share with you guys about this book. It was life-changing. He's also a man of faith as well, which is, my core values are rooted in that. So this book really resonated with me hard, and it will resonate with anyone no matter what your belief system is. I believe that. So go ahead and check this one out. Again, going back into this a little bit before I cut this video off, because it's such a game changer. There's no fluff. This requires you to take action. This requires you to look into things that you are doing in your life, and just makes you be honest with yourself and hold yourself accountable at a level that previously maybe you just weren't even aware of, and therefore starts changing things in a positive direction, so that you can then influence and impact and help others more than you would have been able to. So this book, again, by John C. Maxwell, The 15 Invaluable Laws of Growth. So yeah, guys, check this one out. If you have any questions, let me know. New episode coming out tomorrow on the podcast, so I'm excited for that. I will be coming out with more videos like this and trying my best to throw them up on YouTube as well, so keep an eye on the YouTube channel. Links in my bio if you want to subscribe. Thank you for the support, and also appreciate you guys, because it does help out my channel when you double tap this video if you watched it, and or share it with a friend or loved one, so that we can spread the good vibes and also hopefully spread some encouragement to get into some reads that help people out during this time, because I really do believe that this is a time where we can really change your life. You can really change your life if you try to capitalize on it. But that's enough for one day, so thanks for watching. Talk to you until next time.